for Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Taurus. You have the Fool upright. Okay, Taurus, you're ready to embark on your journey. You might acquire new skills also this year, or continuing education. Self-development will be a focus, at least for January, towards March maybe. If you are not employed, for those seeking employment, it could take a while. For example, around April, before you will be called in, but nevertheless, use the time to pursue studies, for example, or attend workshops to augment your skills, your current skills. You might be downgrading your lifestyle, but it's okay because this is just temporary, and also it is just a strategy of yours while you are determining your path forward, and while you're waiting for the result of your application, for example. You also want to travel, so there might be a travel this year for you. Taurus. Additional card for Taurus. Wow. Taurus, 8 of Pentacles upright. So you'll be working hard. Taurus is a hard worker and always remain grounded. So you will be in your element this year. And I think the year of the metal rat would also be favorable for you in terms of work or projects if you are working on project-based jobs. So you will have a lineup of projects for this year. You'll be working hard on them. Okay, the advice of this card is, while you have the tendency to be humble and remain what's this, behind the limelight, it is time to really shine and advertise yourself. So advertise yourself more, because you have the tendency to work quietly and shun the limelight, so to speak. This year you have to be more outgoing, well, in terms of just advertising yourself, going out and advertising yourself. Tell everyone that these are your works, so you will have the appreciation and the recognition that you so deserve. Excuse me. You're very simple, Taurus. You just because you're just after stability, which you're going to have this year. But yeah, sometimes it's also good to get the recognition, because it will give you more motivation. And this year you're going to be more patient. If you are the type of Taurus that has the temper this year, it's either the card is advising you to control your temper and be more level-headed, or you will have more patience this year, surprisingly for you. I mean, that's how you're going to feel. The projects that you will be putting out, it's very, it transcends generation. I don't know what projects these are. If you're an architect, then it's going to be buildings that will be that will last lifetimes and generations. If you are a writer or in the publishing, then you will be publishing articles or books or whatever works. If it's in the arts, then this kinds of works will be recognized for many generations. Additional card for Taurus. Additional card for Taurus. Personal. The Queen of Cups reverse. Queen of Cups reverse. This card just reiterates your not only tendency but your desire to be more laid back this year. But again, the advice of the card is to go out more and expose yourself, advertise yourself so that you get the recognition. So, Gemini. This card for Gemini. Okay, Gemini will do a lot of thinking from January to August, September. But it doesn't mean that Gemini will be melancholic or sad all throughout the year or during this month. It's just that there will be several things that will be preoccupying the mind of a Gemini, and these are rather, connected to Gemini emotionally. But Gemini will try to be, grounded and not so affected by this emotional blockages here. Actually, Gemini, the Gemini sees this emotional concerns as blockages, but Gemini is determined to surpass the test to get to the other side where, there is less isolation. Because I think Gemini has isolated themselves in the past year, 2019. So the Gemini is forcing themselves to fight off whatever negative these emotional blockages bring. So Gemini, don't isolate yourself. It's time to move forward. Life goes on. Life goes on, Gemini. Additional card for Gemini. This is in the past. These are trials, probably there's a separation that happened in whatever form, may it be with family members or with a job. So this is already in the past. So don't revisit it, because ideally you need to leave this behind. Leave this in 2019, and you need to move forward. This is going to be your challenge, okay, for January. Not to look behind, because it's going to follow you for sure. You are quite sensitive, Gemini. You know, this in the latter, maybe not in 2019, you have been very sensitive, very emotional. That's why it is not surprising that it will be a bit difficult for you to ignore the feelings of isolation or whatever happened in 2019, the sadness, the separation, the breakup, whatever. And these thoughts, these memories will follow you, but the advice of the card is to be firm and you know, to just move forward and let this run its course. There's a promise for you here in this year, 2020. So you need to discover that. Additional card for Gemini, personal card. Ace of Swords reverse. Okay. Ace of Swords reverse. Oh, there really is an isolation here, Gemini, and you're the only one who can undo this. Yes, this is, I like to say that this is your intuition. You know what to do. It's just that you need to, you know, really push yourself to be able to turn this, you know, into a victorious sword, so to speak. And then you start again. And then you're going to soar. You're dragging your feet right now. But remember, if you're going to push yourself to turn this upright, this sword, which is new beginnings, victory, then everything will soar. You don't need to drag your feet anymore. So just give yourself you know, a push, and then everything will be, you know, will turn in your favor. You will start again. Just pray. And the next card would be Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Cancer. Wow, Chariot. This year is going to be your year, Cancer, because you will know what you want and how to move forward. Finally, you're ready here to go where you need to go. The distractions are falling away, and your path is being cleared. So this year, starting from January, will be your year, or the start of your year. You will have recognition this year. You're going to build your empire also. So you're building your empire. There's no empire yet. Maybe in the past you feel, or last year you noticed that some of the people that you know have already built their empires, but this year will be your year to build your own empire, and you are ready. you have all the tools that you need to do that and to be known also. Okay, it is fated that you will be moving forward. Just trust yourself in this. It's going to be speedy, by the way. It will be you know, like a carpet ride, so to speak. So you need to be prepared, really, with the fast pace of change. But it is something that you want, and it is something that you plan for. Maybe you've manifested this also. So additional card for Cancer. Wow, King of Swords. This is also you. See, this year you're going to build your empire. That's all that I can say. You're going to be the King of Swords, Cancer. Nothing is going to get in the way of your success. This is what you're saying here. Of course, it's going to be perfect, but for sure, this card tells that you're going to be a king, and you'll have recognition. You might also travel. There are signs that there will be long distance travel. Additional card for Cancer. Personal. Oh wow, the Magician. Wow. It means here that you have all the tools. This card is just reiterating the two cards. The two earlier cards. You have all the tools here, and you are going to manifest everything that you have hoped for in the past, especially in 2019. And it is fated because this is the Magician, see, and this is Chariot. So this, good fortune is fated for 2020 for you, Cancer.